Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are wrapping up a journey we've been on for a while now, a series dedicated to financial independence.
Specifically, we've been exploring the Golden Path strategy. This is a comprehensive three-stage system for building financial independence developed by Tamir Kaham.
And for those just joining, maybe for the first time, Tamir is the originator and architect of this three-stage, 13-step strategy.
Right. He's also the creator of the YouTube channel The Golden Path to Financial Independence, and, this is my favorite part, he's the official Hebrew translator of The Richest Man in Babylon.
That detail always sticks with me. It's such a unique credential.
It really is. What you're getting here is this fascinating blend of modern systems, engineering, analytical, precise, structured, mixed with very old, timeless money wisdom.
It's a powerful combination.
It is. You're using engineering precision to execute principles that have stood the test of millennia.
Basically, Solomon meets Silicon Valley. And speaking of structure, this is episode 13. It is the finale of this deep dive series. Now, if you're listening and maybe panicking because you missed the breakdown of step 4, step 9, don't worry. We aren't going to reteach every single detail today.
Right. Today isn't about the microscope, it's about the telescope. We are zooming out to see how all 13 steps connect into one coherent operating system for your life.
I like that term, operating system, because I think for a lot of people, and I felt this, finance feels like a bunch of random apps running in the background, crashing into each other.
Yeah.
You know that feeling. You're driving to work and you feel that tension. One part of you is screaming for freedom. Another is terrified of losing the paycheck, and the economy is shifting under your feet.
That tension is usually a symptom of system failure, or honestly, the lack of a system entirely.
Chaos.
Total chaos. When you don't have a structure, your money, your time, and your stress levels are just fighting for dominance.
So the goal of the Golden Path isn't just get rich quick.
Not at all. It's get organized permanently. It's a roadmap, a way to tame those chaotic elements. But if there is one core message to take away from this entire series, it's this.
Okay.
Financial independence does not begin with money. It begins with awareness, identity, and the willingness to learn. Without learning, you are always operating in the dark.
So let's turn on the lights. We start at the very beginning with the foundation, steps 1 and 2. And it's interesting, for a financial system, we don't touch a calculator for a while.
That is by design. Most people fail because they try to install new software, like a budget, onto an old operating system. Step 1 is the identity shift.
From employee thinking
to asset owner thinking.
Okay, asset owner. Sounds good, but let's be real. Most people listening are employees. Isn't it a bit delusional to call yourself an asset owner when you don't own any assets yet?
Not at all. It's aspirational, sure, but it's really a shift in how you view value. The employee mindset asks, how do I trade my time for more money?
A raise, a bonus, overtime.
Exactly. The asset owner mindset asks a fundamentally different question. What do I own that works for me when I am not working?
So even if your bank account is at 0, you have to start asking that second question.
You have to. If you don't view yourself as the architect of a system, you'll just consume whatever extra money you make. The identity shift must happen before the physical changes.
Which brings us to step 2.
Yeah.
If step 1 is, who am I? Step 2 is, where am I going?
This is defining independence. And people are way too vague here. They say, I want to be rich. Well, that's not a target. That's a daydream. You can't engineer a bridge to a daydream.
So we use the FI index. We get specific.
Right. Concrete metrics. What is your target cash flow? What specifically does your life look like? Without steps 1 and 2, all the technical stuff, it just lacks direction. It's like driving a Ferrari 200 miles an hour with no map. You'll just run out of gas faster.
Okay, so we have the mindset and the map. Now we move into the launch pad, steps 3 through 7. This is where we move from chaos to control. And it starts with the one step everyone tries to skip. Step 3, financial mapping.
The dreaded audit.
Why is this so hard for people?
It's the psychological cost. Step 3 requires brutal honesty. Listing every asset, every liability, every leak. People avoid it because they equate net worth with self-worth.
So if the numbers are bad, they feel bad.
Exactly. But you cannot fix what you refuse to look at. Step 3 removes the shame and replaces it with data.
And once we have the data, we move to step 4, the conscious budget. Now be honest, budget is a dirty word. It feels like restriction.
That's the employee mindset talking again. In the asset owner mindset, a budget isn't a cage, it's a command center. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.
It's reclaiming power.
And that power lets you execute step 5, cash flow stabilization.
Stopping the bleed.
You can't build a skyscraper on a swamp. Step 5 is about ending overdrafts, stopping that chronic negative cash flow where you end the month poorer than you started.
And once the ship stops sinking, we start rowing. Step 6, the savings habit.
And notice we call it a habit. Step 6 isn't about the amount at first. It's about building the muscle. It's proof that you can keep part of what you earn.
Right, proving it to yourself.
It's a behavioral change. You're showing yourself you're not just a conduit for money to pass through to merchants.
Which feeds directly into step 7, the emergency fund. And I feel like we need to clarify this because people get this wrong all the time. They say, I have $10,000, should have put it in the stock market.
No, absolutely not.
But inflation is eating it.
The purpose of the emergency fund is safety and liquidity, not returns. It's an insurance policy. It's a firewall.
Right.
It prevents one bad event, a car repair, a job loss, from forcing you into debt and destroying years of progress. If that money is tied up in the market and the market crashes when you lose your job, you have no shield.
So steps 3 through 7. This is really about creating stability.
It's the platform. These steps ensure that when we eventually launch the rocket in the later stages, the launch pad doesn't just crumble underneath it.
Okay, so the platform is solid. We aren't bleeding cash. We have a shield. Now we optimize steps 8, 9, and 10, cleaning up the past, automating the present.
This block is where we reduce friction. From a systems perspective, this is huge.
It starts with step 8, debt management. And the golden path makes a distinction here, right? Not all debt is evil.
Correct. We distinguish between bad debt, consumer debt, credit cards, and strategic debt, which we might use later. Step 8 is focused on the bad debt. We're freeing your future cash flow from paying for your past.
It's like carrying a heavy backpack. Step 8 is taking the backpack off.
Perfectly put. And once the weight is off, we install the engine. Step 9, automation.
This is one of my favorites, but I think people gloss over it. They think it's just about auto pay.
Oh, it's so much deeper. It is the game changer for behavioral consistency. Human beings are terrible at consistency. We get tired, emotional, distracted. If your plan relies on you remembering to do the right thing every month for 20 years, you will fail.
So we fire ourselves.
We fire our willpower. Exactly. You turn decisions into systems.
Right.
Automate your savings, your investments, your bills. The right thing happens by default.
That frees up so much mental energy.
Huge amounts, which you can then apply to step 10, risk management.
The defense step.
It's zooming out. We look at threats beyond market crashes, health issues, liability, legal risks. We are shielding the progress we've made. Right. If you build a castle but leave the drawbridge down, it isn't secure.
So this block 8 through 10 is about clearing the mental deck. You aren't constantly fighting fires. The system's just humming along.
And now, here's where it gets really interesting. Up until now, we've mostly been playing defense and getting organized.
Right.
Now we switch to offense. We enter stage 3, steps 11 and 12, the transition to freedom.
This is where asset owner stops being a theory and becomes real in the bank account. Step 11, the first income-producing asset.
And I want to stress first, this is a massive psychological threshold. It's the first time income arrives in your account without you trading time for it.
Does it have to be a big check?
Not at all. It could be $10. A dividend check, a small rental payment, or royalty. The amount doesn't matter at first. The mechanism matters. It proves the concept.
It breaks the link between time and money.
It validates the asset owner identity. You go from, I hope this works, to, I see it working. And once you break that seal, you move to step 12, multiple income streams.
This is scaling.
We move from one asset to a portfolio. We are reducing dependence on any single source. Most people have one income stream, their job. That's a very risky position. Step 12 is about diversification of income, transitioning from mandatory work to work by choice.
And that's the holy grail, isn't it? When the system generates enough to cover your expenses.
That is where financial independence is actually achieved, when your systems generate income while you sleep.
So we've covered 12 steps: mindset, stability, automation, assets. But there's one more step, and it kind of floats above all of them. Step 13.
Step 13, the backbone.
Continuous learning.
It's crucial to understand this is not the last step you do. You don't do steps 1 through 12 and then say, okay, I'm rich, time to read a book.
It runs parallel to everything.
It's a spine that runs through the whole system. Think about it. The world moves. Tax codes change. Technology disrupts industries. Markets shift. If your knowledge freezes at step 1, the whole system eventually fails.
It's the update feature on the operating system.
It's a cycle. Learn, understand, act, review, and then learn again. It's the ODA, loop, observe, orient, decide, act applied to your finances.
And this connects back to Tamir Kaham's own story, doesn't it? He didn't start this journey as a 20-year-old.
Right. He started at 45. When he read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that wasn't a one-time thing. It was a commitment to study every step before acting. Step 13 supports Step 3 when you're mapping your finances. It supports Step 11 when you buy that first asset. It is the guidance system.
So let's look at the whole picture. We have these 13 steps.
It's a complete ecosystem. You have identity and vision. You have awareness and stability. You have automation and efficiency.
It's S and growth.
And holding it all together, you have learning.
It's not a checklist you finish and throw away.
No, it's a lifestyle. It's a state of being where your money, your time, and your knowledge are finally all working in the same direction.
That is powerful. But I know our listeners, they've been with us for this journey. The series is ending, but their work is really just starting. And that can feel overwhelming.
It can. And that's the trap analysis paralysis. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. So the challenge for this final deep dive is simple. Choose one concrete action this week.
Just one.
Just one. Don't try to overhaul your life by Tuesday. Move from theory to practice. Maybe you map your financial situation, Step 3.
Or maybe automate just one bill for Step 9. Or research one asset class for Step 11. Or even just sit down and write your FI number from Step 2.
Exactly. Pick one thing. Do it. That small action creates momentum. That is how you move from being a passive listener to an active asset owner.
Before we wrap up, we need to pause for something extremely important.
Okay.
We've talked about systems and assets, but we need to be clear about our role here.
Yes. At this point, it is critical to pause and clarify something essential. This deep dive and this entire series is not financial advice. It presents a structured thinking framework only. There are no guarantees. Responsibility for decisions remains entirely with you, the listener.
We are educators, not your personal financial advisors.
The content is educational only. The fact that this strategy worked for Tamir Kaham does not mean it will work for you in the exact same way. Your circumstances, your goals, your risk tolerance, they are all unique.
You must consult qualified professionals.
Accountants, advisors, lawyers, before making any decisions.
You are the asset owner. That means you own the decisions too. You can't outsource that responsibility.
Precisely.
So here we are, the end of our deep dive into the golden path. We've covered all 13 steps.
We have. And while this conversation is concluding, the path is now in your hands. You have the engineering blueprints.
We might explore the lifestyle of FI in future conversations, but the core system, you have it.
You have the map. Now you have to walk the path.
So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the podcast. And frankly, this is a very visual system. You'll want to check out the visuals.
Yes, join the YouTube channel for more deep dives and visual breakdowns of the strategy. The channel is The Golden Path to Financial Independence.
And let me give you the handle, because the spelling matters here. It is /@, capital TAMIR, capital GOLD, capital PATH.
That's at Tamir Goldpath, or you can just search The Golden Path to Financial Independence.
May your time, your money, and your knowledge keep moving together toward durable, meaningful financial independence.
Keep learning, keep building, and remember, you are the asset owner of your financial future.